This is Esper Stoneblade.
I think so.
I mean, by the way, I was talking to Shaheen yesterday. I'm like, Shaheen, what are you playing tomorrow? Esper Stoneblade? He's like, yeah, Esper Stoneblade. I'm like, how many times do you play that, bro? He's like, I don't know, 5. I'm like, how many times do you top 8? He's like, 3. And I'm like, all right, never mind. Never mind.
You were trying to make a point that
I was trying to
false.
give him the beats. Kenny Castor, of course, finals of a Legacy Grand Prix recently, again with Rug Delver. Defeated in the finals by Tom Martell playing Esper Stoneblade. So let's see what will happen in this battle of Esper Stoneblade versus Rug Delver. Shaheen Soorani has 3 copies of Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Better than all.
Better than all. He's got 3 Lingering Souls. So this deck is pretty reminiscent of the one that Tom played those many months ago. Kenny Castor, first turn, green-blue land, into green-blue land, into Nimble Mongoose.
Shaheen wants to see what's up. He says, Gitaxian probe you.
And he
but
pays
also
2
I'll
life
take a card.
for the
And I'll pay 2 life.
What do you take there? Lightning Bolt or Spell Pierce? I'm not getting anywhere near that Thought Scour. What do you think? Lightning Bolt or Spell Pierce?
Yeah, I think I take. Well, it depends on Shaheen's hand, but I might go Pierce. Yeah.
Yeah. So Shaheen's got a brace on his hand. He kept trying to high-five people yesterday, and I would grab their hand and stop them from high-fiving him. I'm like, you're gonna hurt him. He's injured.
Obviously, he's been training under Caleb Durward.
Does Caleb also wear a brace?
Yes.
So Shaheen, boom, takes 1. So he's got something that's better than all in his grip. I guess that's why he took the Spell Pierce. However, is that Lingering Souls?
He's holding his hand. I saw Brainstorm. I believe I saw Lingering Souls.
Scour. 4 days. For Nimble Mongoose. Draws a Brainstorm. White-bordered Brainstorm. Kenny Castor's goal in life is to put people on tilt. White-bordered Brainstorm it is.
That card's ugly.
Why
And
is
it's
your
the
brainstorm
Chris
white
Rush
bordered?
Christopher Rush is good at art except for Brainstorm.
I don't know why you would play that.
So he can probably get the Thresh soon, right? He's got 1, 2...
He's already at 5.
4, 5, 8. Yeah, Brainstorm and using the Scalding Tarn will get him there. So
yeah, that Nimble Mongoose is going to be
he's
jumping
baiting
over
here.
candlesticks.
So Shaheen's probably going to say Spell Pierce. No, Brainstorm. Does he have Spell Pierce? Was I lying? It doesn't
No
seem like
Pierce
he has
in
Spell
his
Pierce.
deck, no. He does have 1 copy of Intuition for that fancy Intuition Lingering Souls situation there. I believe he may have had Terminus in hand. I didn't see it in his list at first.
Terminus.
I think he had Terminus, and he may have just brainstormed it back.
So, but Shaheen has a Swords of Plowshares if he wishes to kill Tarmogoyf.
No, he got Terminus.
Yeah,
he
so
just
he's-
brainstormed it back. So trigger. You know, it's technically it's drawn at this point. So now the trigger the miracle trigger's on the stack, and he responds to that by cracking his Flooded Strand, finding a Tundra, and look at that. Tundra produces white mana, just exactly what he's looking for to play that Terminus.
Kenny's just gonna Spell Pierce it, right? We saw Spell Pierce in his opening hand.
But he thought seized that away.
Oh no, Nazis!
Shaheen thought saw that, and then thought seized that.
So, Kenny probably doesn't want this to resolve. So,
Probably gonna try to do something
let's have a look.
to fight the Terminus.
Does he have a Spell Pierce again, actually?
It's possible. He at least has a Brainstorm.
No,
He does. He has
told you,
another
Spell
Spell
Pierce.
Pierce. Now Shaheen. Oh, Terminus pierced.
Swords of Plowshares, while I think he's got to play a land before Swords of Plowshares.
Command the top on the board. Your event is ready up to the stage. Once again, players in command the top on the board. Your event is ready.
And
Yep.
Sword Jurgoyf.
I like how he puts the Swords of Plowshares into the red zone and
Yeah.
then points at the Goyf. And a black mana for Inquisition of Kozilek. I think I take the Brainstorm. What do you think?
Yeah, I take the Brainstorm. You know what the Lightning Bolt's going to do. You don't know what kind of advantage the Brainstorm's going to give him.
Oh, well, I mean, he's got
It's
Jace the Mind
Brainstorm.
Sculptor, actually. Maybe he wants to take the Lightning Bolt.
Oh, that's a good point. But Brainstorm could just potentially dig into another Spell Pierce kind of situation. I mean, I know he's down 2 Spell
Oh, he
Pierces.
took the Brainstorm.
He plays 4 though.
Shaheen, has he got Intuition? I think
Yes.
he's got Intuition, which is
1 copy, and
No, in his
it's in his
hand.
hand. Yes.
So I think he will probably try to Brainstorm into a land, and then Intuition for Lingering Souls. So there's the land. Keep that. Probably put back Force of Will. He's gonna definitely keep Intuition, Brainstorm, Jace the Mind Sculptor, right?
I would think so. Yeah. So finishes resolving his Brainstorm, plays a Polluted Delta, and passes back.
Kenny swings for 3. Probably puts Shaheen to 8 now. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Now that he's cracked the fetch land.
Is that an Underground Sea there? No, so he's only got 1 source of black mana.
Yes.
Shaheen is probably going to go for Trips, Lingering Souls, is my guess.
That would be my guess.
So I like the tempo of this game. So Kenny had basically his optimal offensive start, right?
Yeah.
And it's even better than Delver of Secrets, right? Also 3-power creature, but it can't be easily interacted with.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Lingering Souls that Shaheen's getting here,
He needs a Lingering Soul. Well, he needs what? 3/4 of a Lingering Souls to deal with to block the Mongoose. Is that?
I mean, these are half Lingering Souls, 2 of them, right?
That's why I'm saying. So that's half. So he needs 3/4 of it.
I think that Shaheen have a second black source he could have gotten. He's got 3 Underground Seas. I think he should have gotten Underground Sea last turn instead of Tundra.
Yeah.
Because he can't flashback double Lingering Souls. So instead he's paying 3.
And Lingering Souls.
So it would have been so much better for him to just pay 4 here.
Right, and get the
Because-
2 out of the graveyard and keep 1 in his hand.
Yeah, because that would have kept Kenny from even being able to attack this turn. So Kenny's going to Trish down one of them, right?
Brainstorm from Kenny.
Shaheen's not stopping this Brainstorm. I don't know what he's talking about.
Shaheen has Jace Force in hand.
So Kenny sees a Tarmogoyf, Volcanic Island. Is he a Jace in his deck? No.
That's what I thought it looked like Jace,
Looks
but
like
it's
a
not
Jace,
in his
it's not.
deck.
Maybe I don't know what it is. Oh, it was Tarmogoyf with a Glare.
Oh, okay.
I would
Tarmogoyf
probably
with the
force
glare
this,
is
actually.
very Jace-like.
I would Force of Will with the Force of Will.
Yeah, force removing force.
So Kenny will force back, which is fine. Shaheen untaps and plays Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Yeah.
And then lifts it. It's exactly the sequence that Shaheen wanted there.
Yeah, so he's got an extra land there to play around any days
It would have
action.
been so much better if he had 2 Underground Seas here. You see, like,
Oh yeah,
he would have been,
he would have had 3 guys, if not 4. You know, and the Mongoose probably would have.
and then next turn he would have been able to go Lingering Souls out of my hand and Lingering Souls out of my graveyard with all of his lands.
Yeah.
So he's like ragged on mana for like the next 4 turns or something. For sure he's playing. I think he should put down the island and then play Jace the Mind Sculptor so he doesn't get
I
dazed.
like how you did that. Put down the island, and he does it.
Now play Jace.
He's trying to decide between Jace or Lingering Souls, I think.
Well, I think he knows Kenny's still got a Lightning Bolt, right?
Yeah.
So question is he just going to Brainstorm and try to get... He's bouncing... But Kenny's just going to Lightning Bolt his Jace now. Or Lightning Bolt the...
Yeah.
Either way.
Attack Jace.
Okay,
now I'll
Lightning
bolt
Bolt
it.
Jace.
And replay Tarmogoyf.
I don't like
any of
that at all.
Seemed like a waste of a Jace. It was basically fog.
I think that was a severe waste of a Jace.
I mean, it's one thing to pay 4 mana for a Brainstorm, but to pay 4 mana for a fog seems pretty bad too.
I mean, it's just because he knew that Kenny had a Lightning Bolt. Like,
Yeah,
if
I
he
would've
didn't
just-
know Kenny had a Lightning Bolt, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, if he puts it up to 5, Mongoose attacks gets blocked by the spirit. You know what I mean? Like
No,
you can't
if he puts
kill
it
it.
to 5, Kenny Lightning Bolts the spirit and attacks both of them. He has to Brainstorm. See, Lightning
Oh, I
Bolt's
see,
a
I see what
spirit
you're saying.
textbook.
Yeah,
though.
never mind. I forgot he had the Goyf there still.
Except for if he had gotten the Black Source 2 turns earlier, he would have had enough guys to
block,
make Jace live. So, I mean, it seems like a cosmetic error, but it's a lot like that not blocking Thalia last turn. He would
Or
have had a
last match,
completely
yeah.
different board position.
In the meantime, he has now flashed back to Lingering Souls.
Gonna swing. I think I leave them all home. How big is that guy? There's Planeswalker, instant land, sorcery. It's at least a 4/5. Planeswalker, instant land, sorcery. Do we have creature?
I don't know. I can't remember what's in Kenny's graveyard if he's lost anything.
Oh, he's
yet.
just fogging with it. Doesn't matter. Stoneforge Mystic.
Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic.
Umazawa's
Stoneforge Mystic.
Jitte. It's Jitte time. Wow, Stoneforge Mystic. What a miser.
Always seems to draw equipment. That Squire.
It's the best squire in all of Dominaria.
For sure.
Umazawa's Jitte. Equip a spirit.
Well, it's not in play yet. It's still in his hand.
Summon Umazawa's Jitte.
I mean, does he want to play it into a potential counterspell? Yes.
Now we're. I mean, he has 3 open for the Mana Leak. He has enough. He has enough to
for
pay
the Mana
for.
Leak.
He has enough to pay for his spell pierce, right? Can't play around spell snare.
So there's the equipage of the spirit. Gets in.
IMO, that's 1,000,000% the right play.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just.
Kenny packs it to the Jitte.
Wow.
That was a nice rip.
Yeah, Stoneforge Mystic, right back into that game. I mean, not only into the game, just completely took over the game.
I'm surprised that Kenny just packed there at 19.
I am too, a little bit.
I mean, like, it obviously didn't look very good for him, but still surprised. I guess he wants to, maybe he thinks he needs 15 to 20 minutes to win each game, and he wants to,
Yeah, I guess so.
wants to have the time. All right, so what do we got here?
Sideboards.
Kenny Castor, Red Elemental Blast, good or bad?
Seems good.
Excellent card. Pyroblast, good or bad?
Same thing.
Excellent. Ancient Grudge, good or bad?
Seems pretty good.
Excellent, I think. I don't know if he brings in both. He's got 2. Forked Bolt, no thanks.
Nah, it's okay.
Surgical Extraction, I don't think so.
No.
Life from the Loam, maybe.
Is Shaheen? I mean, Shaheen's got 1 wasteland. It's not like, I mean, you have wasteland. You can try to
But you can lock
him
him
out.
down, right?
Yeah, maybe Life in the Loam.
Shaheen can go like Swamp, Plains, Island, Island. Yeah, you know that land configuration was built by Martell so that you could always be able to cast Jace even if you were completely wasteland locked.
I like it.
I don't think I would go Life from the Loam, but I might be wrong.
Yeah,
I think
kinda-
Red Blast, Pyroblast, 1 Ancient Grudge I can see. You think both Ancient Grudges?
Well, let's start with 1, right?
So that's 5 to 6 cards. I think Forked Bolt's gone. You think Forked Bolt and Lightning Bolts are gone? Lightning Bolt's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I would definitely cut the Fork Bolts. I'm not so sure about the Lightning Bolts.
Actually, I think I might cut the Lightning Bolts before the Fork. 1 Forked Bolt trades with 2 Lingering Souls tokens.
Oh, sure,
And
yeah.
a solo Forked Bolt kills a Stoneforge Mystic.
Sure.
Actually, I decided I'm keeping Forked Bolt.
Okay.
I'm cutting Dismember, though. So let's call it 4 Lightning Bolts and a Dismember, leaving the 2 Forked Bolts.
Kenny is on the play here.
Force of Will's kind of crappy in this matchup, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Force. That's what I'm sitting here thinking about.
Especially if he has Red Elemental Blast. I think I'd actually rather have the 1 Forked Bolt from the sideboard than a lot of the cards in the main deck, even though we don't love Forked Bolt.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think thinking about Lingering Souls, thinking about the creatures that Shaheen's playing with, the Fork Bolt's fantastic. you
Yeah,
know?
it's good against them. I mean, you still don't want to be in that spot, right? But it's good against them. So, Shaheen's side, Dark Blast, probably not, right? Disenchant, no. Force of Will, no. Surgical Extraction, no. Sword of Feast and Famine, soft yes. Inquisition of Kozilek, hard yes. Blue Elemental Blast, Lawan, no.
No.
Perish!
Perish is likely.
How about Spell Pierce?
I like Spell Pierce against Rug Delver.
I'm definitely going Perish. Soft yes on Sword of Feast and Famine, hard yes on Inquisition of Kozilek.
Yeah,
You think we just go no forces? You want to be able to protect Jace. Like, Shaheen has Jace. Kenny doesn't have Jace. So, I mean, actually, Jace is like, he might eat it to Red Elemental Blast anyway.
Yeah. It's hard to protect Jace against, like, 4 Red Blasts, you know? That his opponent's bringing in, it's going to be hard.
I don't know. Do you think
If
Shaheen's
only
good enough
we
for
had
Cabal
Mental
Therapy?
Misstep.
You don't think he's...
Legacy's
so-
no good without Mental Misstep.
Joey's shaking his head no. I said, do you think he's good enough for Cabal Therapy? No.
Oh, that's not. I was shaking my head at the fact that Mental Misstep's gone from Legacy.
I love an Intuition for Cabal Therapy. Swords of Plowshare is pretty good, right? Intuition's gas, Counterspell's okay, Force of Will's not bad, not great. Thoughtseize, I'm actually surprised he's got 2 Inquisition, 2 Thoughtseize. I think Intuition is sweet.
I like Intuition. I mean, Intuition with Lingering Souls is...
Inquisition.
Okay.
Inquisition, not...
I think Inquisition is sweet as well. That's why I guess when he's got the 1 in the board.
That Terminus was super sweet.
Yeah, it's too bad it didn't resolve, but...
Lingering Style is sweet. Vindicate.
You could probably cut that if you want. I mean, it's nice to beat a Planeswalker, but I mean, what are you going to Vindicate? A Delver? You know, Vindicate a Tarmogoyf? I mean, I guess.
Yeah, Kenny doesn't have a lot of key permanents.
Yeah, like... I think you cut that Vindicate. And it's a sorcery.
We don't
So
like
it
sorceries.
pumps Kenny's Tarmogoyf.
I know, he's just going to Inquisition the Tarmogoyf.
Okay.
Tarmogizzle, I like to call him.
Tarmogizzle.
Tarmogizzle.
Tarmo style.
Nizzlemongizzle.
Delver style.
Meddling Mage is always saying mean stuff to me in the morning. He like texts me on the side. He's like, your commentary gets better later in the day when you're tired. Now I'm in the Nizzlemongizzle mode.
yeah.
I wonder if...
That's what I'm talking about. You start getting loopy. Weren't we having this conversation earlier where it's like...
Twitter windows
you
pop
start
open.
getting,
I never said that. You're a liar.
You start getting a little bit loopy and you start, you get silly. And then you get to the point where you just don't have any energy.
Nizzlemongizzle. Snap, kizzle, mizzle.
I think Shaheen's bored of playing Esper Stoneblade. Especially against Rug Delver. He looks like he could fall asleep.
But that's the best one. Like, how many times you play this? I don't know, 5. How many times you top 8? 3. I hate you. You're ruining my examples.
Armageddon.
Right. Kenny Castor. Green-white land into green-white land. I'm sorry, green-blue land into green-blue land. We've seen this opening before, except for it's a different one that has 3 power.
Deliverer of secrets.
Deliverer.
Deliverer.
Deliverer of secret beatdowns. Tundra.
He's gonna call everything the wrong names. Just like, it's Deliverer of secret. Oh, he's flipped into Insectile Abomination. That's not what it's called.
I think you might be mistaken about the name of that card. It's not called Deliverer of Secrets. Although it does deliver the secret of beatdown.
What is the secret of beatdown?
Taking 3.
Not right now, I just delivered 1.
It's a pizza delivery boy of 1 damages.
Ooh, another deliverer.
Another
secrets.
deliverer.
Does he have engineered explosives somewhere? He has 1.
Yeah.
Shaheen Soorani, 1 engineered explosives.
Be nice.
He was like, is this the engineered explosives?
Yeah, miracle please, miracle please. I mean, Terminus would have been good there too.
And Brainstorm. Brainstorm.
We're just gonna wreck all these card names.
Get rid of that Force of Will. You're behind by a mile. No Force of Will. Kept the Force of Will. Shaheen Soorani, Force of Will down. Nope, lied. Force of Will still in grip.
Ponder flips the deliver.
Take 9.
Hey, you're only going to take 7. You're a liar again.
That is a little tiny nimble mongoose.
The nimble mongoose.
Draw
It's
ponder.
not
Play ponder.
thresholded.
He's gonna shuffle this away. 2 lands and a spell pierce. I think he shuffles.
I think he wants the
No,
spell
he wants the
pierce.
spell pierce. Okay.
I mean, like...
Does he have a shuffle?
Oh, here. That spell pierce is wicked now.
Wasteland. Attack you. Yeah, I thought he was gonna shuffle just because.
This doesn't seem like a very fun game of Magic.
He doesn't have a way to shuffle away those lands. So Shaheen uses Polluted Delta to fetch a Tundra. At the end of Kenny's turn, I think. Draws for his turn, draws a Marsh Flats.
Shaheen draws another land. He needs something better than a land.
Yeah, those guys attack and his lands don't block. There's an
Shit.
Underground Sea.
I mean, even like a Parish stinks right here. The guys who are beating him down are blue creatures.
Yeah.
Take 7.
He needs Lawan.
Lawan and a Mox. Just gonna get in the way.
Snoop Castor.
Yep, block. Diabolic Edicts, Kenny Castor.
Yeah, trade with the Mongoose. And I'll play a Tomboy.
Upgrade! I think he has to Force a Will It, and he's going to get worked by Kenny's Spell Pierce. He has to Force a Will It. What do you do? Pray for Swords of Plowshares off the top?
Yes. No, I mean, he doesn't know Kenny has Spell Pierce. No, but he doesn't force there.
He's
Draws
at 5.
Brainstorm.
Well, I guess being at 5 means he doesn't Force a Will It, right?
And, well, he's
see
got
here.
Brainstorm, he's got Force, he's got what? I'm having trouble seeing most of his hand, but it looks like a Wasteland in there for some reason. I think.
Ships the turn. He's just going to Brainstorm, hopefully draw Terminus.
Brainstorm. Not Terminus. That was his plan. Yeah. And we're going to game 3 between Kenny Castor and Shaheen Soorani. Rug Delver versus Esper Stoneblade.
The eminent predictable matchup of Rug Delver, Esper Stoneblade.
I mean, this is a repeat of the GP finals, right?
I mean, Shaheen is a different Esper Stoneblade player.
Yes. That's true. I meant the deck archetypes. And Kenny Castor adds to that feel of a repeat by being the same person in that final, playing the same deck.
Well, that adds to the mystery.
For those of you just joining us, it is round 7 of 9 of the Legacy Open here in Washington, D.C. I'm Joey Pasco, and I'm in the booth with Michael J. Flores, coming to you live from the StarCityGames.com Open Series. And we've seen some cool decks already today,
Like which ones?
like the Miracle deck
That was cool.
that lost in that one round, and then the other Miracle Land Tax deck
That was cool.
demolished his opponent in the next round.
What about that Stacks deck?
Then there was a Stacks deck that was awesome but still lost.
Coulda won.
Coulda won.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda won.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, yeah. But there's a deck tech, so it's still, you guys want to check it out. Post Stacks or Trading Stacks, I think was the name that we had on the screen. Check that out on StarCityGames.com. You can see the deck tech. There was a veteran bodyguard bug control. I keep saying veteran bodyguard. I mean veteran explorer. You know what's funny is before I accidentally said bodyguard when I meant explorer, and this time, like I actually thought veteran explorer, and went no, I made that mistake last time. Veteran bodyguard. No, I meant explorer.
We haven't seen it
right
though.
the first time.
It hasn't
No,
been
we
in
haven't,
front
but there was a deck tech.
It hasn't
for
been in front of me.
No, it hasn't. I believe Michael Caffrey is playing that deck. There is a deck tech on StarCityGames.com, or if it's not up yet, it's going to be up soon. Not sure how he's doing. Kenny Mayer playing Battle of Wits in consecutive formats.
But we haven't seen him today, right?
No, we haven't, but we do know he is playing Battle of Wits. I've seen pictures.
All right, Kenny is, I don't know, methodically table shuffling. I guess they have plenty of time. 25 minutes, one game to go.
I need one of those shirts that Gindy has.
What does Gindy's shirt say?
Sarcasm. You know,
Why?
something about, because people don't get when I'm being sarcastic, I think.
Forget that noise. Who gives a...
Hey, it's not noise. I'm just saying. I understand if they take me seriously, I can't fault them. I'm just saying. I need people to know I'm being very sarcastic when I say certain things. Like Mark Flores.
I would suggest
or mental misstep. Where is mental
you
misstep?
stop
I need mental
actively
misstep
engaging
back,
with
please.
people with
That
low
was
intelligence.
That was sarcasm. Well, I'm not saying they're low intelligence. I'm saying they just didn't get that I was being sarcastic. That's all. I joke about that with all the time with mental misstep because, you know, whenever a one drop resolves that's any good, I'm like, where's mental misstep?
I like mental misstep.
That's what I do. And that's even in standard because
Oop.
lately,
Looks like Kenny's shipping.
yeah. Lately we're seeing some mental misstep in standard. I like that.
I think it's long overdue.
Yeah.
It was always sweet against Delver. Like, it's awesome on turn one when they play a Delver, and it's like super awesome in like when you're fighting in the mid game jockeying position. Because the breaker cards all cost one. Like, you don't want to get gut shot when you're trying to equip your guy, right? And like Vapor Snag.
It's
The
a
reason
card.
Vapor Snag's so good is because like it essentially trades for the fours. You know, like you pay 4 mana, they Vapor Snag it. So like obviously you have the card back, but you take a point, and the tempo swing is so huge a lot of the time. But you just misstep them, like you have a 4. 4s are better than 1s usually. I mean, in play.
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna say that Hero Bladel is a better card than Delver of Secrets, but it's better in play than Delver of Secrets.
All right, Shaheen. Looks like he's going to start with a Flooded Strand
All right. Kenny Castor.
on 6 cards. Now 7.
No 1-drop, so I mean that's already
It's good for
it's
Shaheen.
really good for Shaheen.
Shaheen declines to crack his fetch land, adds another one to the board, and passes back.
Onslaught fetch lands. Actually,
Well,
that
one's-
one's not a
yeah,
onslaught.
one's Zendikar fetch.
One onslaught, one Zendikar. Sorry for my filthy lie.
Liar.
Actually, I'm not that sorry. Kenny Castor.
Zendikar fetch land.
Zendikar fetch land. Passes turn. Shaheen Soorani. Swords to Plowshares.
Off the top. No targets. Which he's just fine
No
with, I think, at
targets.
this point.
It's hard to play a Drago game if you don't play your lands, though.
Shaheen counts his lands.
Has he got a land?
Huh?
He does.
There's a wasteland.
He has a land. Shit.
Wasteland. Your volcanic island. And can I get some sort of value out of this?
Scour in response.
Or bolt. Looks like he's going for bolt.
Bolting, no way.
Hey, he pulled it to the front, man.
No way.
Thought Scour makes more sense to me. But he pulled the bolt to the front.
How sick would like Thought Scour flipping over Life from the Land be?
Pretty good.
Brainstorm.
Wasteland. And that is what went to the graveyard from the Thought Scour. He draws land off of it.
Replacement land.
Yeah. Doesn't add
step.
red, this particular replacement. Draws Nimble Mongoose.
The goose.
And
the goose.
Goose is loose. Well, it's not loose. It's just on board. It's still summoning sick, but that doesn't rhyme.
Shaheen Soorani breaks both of his fetch lands. What will we see here?
Takes a look at his hand.
I'm thinking like Tundra Underground.
Underground Sea is indeed one choice. Tundra is the other choice. So he went Underground Tundra, almost what you said.
I'm sorry, I failed you, Joseph.
Yeah. Well,
What costs 2?
I don't expect any more from you. Mike.
Counter Magia?
Counter spell,
Whoa!
proper counter spell on the Nimble Mongoose. Kenny Castor now going to crack his fetch line and pierce it. Yeah. Man.
I sat up in my chair.
I was like, oh my gosh, counter spell.
Counter Magia.
2 blue.
I might get like a Red Blast, maybe. Something
Yeah.
awesome like that. Spell Pierce, Red Blast, they're all awesome. Pyro Blast. Brainstorm for days. Does he have days in my liar yet? He has days. Brainstorm for days. Just a Pierce.
And Nimble Mongoose sticks.
It was still exciting.
It was. Little counter war, little mini battle.
So exciting because, like, all right, Ponder.
Ponder from
Why do you
Shaheen.
tap the white one?
Maybe he's planning on, you know,
I
a
don't-
Spanish Inquisition. Ooh, look at that.
Inquisition, very good,
That's
Joseph.
why he tapped the white one. Plays Caracas,
Doesn't
still
wanna
has
get
access
dazed.
to white.
I mean, Tarmogoyf probably, right? I mean, he has a plow. What do you take here? They all stink. Tarmogoyf, Ancient Grudge,
I guess take the Goyf.
Lightning Bolt. I mean, I think.
You don't want to take the
Yeah,
Goyf, take the
Lightning
Bolt,
Bolt.
okay.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess the Bolt hits Jace. I don't know that we've seen, there's no Jace in his hand, but
He's got like excess plows, right?
yeah, so yeah, I understand what, I see now he has double plow. I thought he just had one.
But Kenny's gonna plow his white source.
You mean Wasteland it?
Wasteland / plow his white source. For sure, he's gonna kill the white source. Oh,
There's
wait, he has
that
2 white
Tarmogoyf.
sources. Oh, I was right. He plowed the white source. Shaheen's probably gonna.
Plow
Yeah,
the
I
Tarmogoyf.
don't know if I love that. Like, he doesn't have a lot of action next to go, and he was willing to play around days previously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You really don't want to get dazed in that spot. You know?
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
Well, he just saw his hand,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
so I think he
Fail.
felt pretty safe against the days.
Fail.
And
Oh, and he's got another white
Ponder.
source. All right.
resolves. Replace my Tundra.
So do you think it was like
Passes back.
Shaheen's just like off any kind of a Stoneblade plan right now because he knows about the Ancient Grudge? Can
Possibly.
he be?
Yeah, I guess he could try to play more of a just a control, lingering soul control kind of thing, rather than even worrying about the equipment package. So force removing Spell Pierce takes care of the second Nimble Mongoose.
What app is that?
This is Tweetbot for iPad. It is one of my favorite iOS apps. Lingering Souls for Shaheen and Flashback Lingering Soul. Lingering Souls.
Is he gonna send one or? He took the lightning bolt, right?
He did take the lightning bolt, yeah. But there is a
Forked
forked bolt. Takes out half of a Lingering Souls. And now there's Threshold, so just chumping the Mongoose.
It's a
I
sweet
say now
forked
there's
bolt.
Threshold. I think it's been Threshold for a couple turns. And 1, 2, 3. Bendillion Click from Shaheen. This guy's playing pretty fast now. Passing turns back and forth with very little
Oh, he can shove.
obvious indication. He can push the Grudge.
I think he should shove the loam.
Yeah, at this point, I think
Yeah.
that's probably better.
Shove the loam, block, and then lift the click.
And I think a Force of Will from Kenny.
Really? I think I would.
I don't
lift
know,
The
it was
click
a-
there?
Huh?
Why not lift the click?
Oh, with the Caracas?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to see what was in Kenny's hand. Pretty sure he drew Force.
I mean, Shaheen's getting in for one here, right? Springing the
Yeah.
thunder.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't lift the click either.
Ponder.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Inquisition.
Snapcaster Inquisition.
No, Fork Bolt. It
Take
kills
your
both of his
Fork Bolt.
guys, yeah. That one's
Back
alright.
for 1.
I thought he might save that for counterspell. And the goose.
Nimble Mongoose from Kenny Castor, replacement Mongoose, and now Shaheen with the Stoneforge Mystic, that is at least part of the namesake of the deck.
So the thing is, he can get Batterskull. If he has 5 lands, he can like play down Batterskull using Stoneforge Mystic and then respond to Ancient Grudge on the stack. I think he's thinking about that.
Well, he
Probs,
goes for
right?
Batterskull. Yeah,
I mean,
that's, you're saying so he can just return.
Wait, yeah, return it in response to Ancient Grudge. Like, I think it's annoying for Kenny at the very least.
Yeah. Oh, he just wastes a turn and half an Ancient Grudge.
I mean, like, end of the day, like, Shaheen's got a Squire, and Kenny trades only on the bonus, right? He's just trading on a bonus card.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd attack if I were Shaheen. Because he's at 8 versus Kenny 21. Like, I would just toss the Snapcaster Mage and the Lingering Soul Token in front of the Mongoose, like whatever.
I'm with you. And couldn't see what Kenny drew. We know he's got Grudge Force in his hand. And a third unknown card. It looked blue. It looked like it could have been Delver. But I'm not positive.
Kenny's in the tank. Passes. I think you're right. He might have Delver and he needs it for Force of Will. I think Shaheen should just play the other Stoneforge Mystic. If you're gonna make this play, I think play the Stoneforge Mystic first.
Stoneforge number 2 from Shaheen Soorani.
Gets jeté.
Umezawa's Jite is the target.
Ponder. 1, 2, 3.
It's like the how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
Ponder is a very popular card in Legacy.
Let's ask Mr. Owl.
You know what's whack? Like the Reanimator decks have Caracas.
Yeah,
Don't tap for white, just have a Caracas.
just need the Caracas.
I asked Patrick, I'm like, why do you have a Caracas in your deck? He's like, because they have Caracas.
Because everybody's doing it. So Kenny is tanking on that Ponder, which I think he's gonna keep it, yeah. Didn't see the way he ordered them, but he did keep the Ponder. And Mongoose is gonna go ahead and try to get in here.
You gotta put all 3 in front of it. Why not put all 3?
So I believe that he indicated I'm blocking with the Summoning Sick one, but yeah, I guess maybe here he's
All right.
he didn't play out anything either, playing around that Grudge. He's got to play around that Grudge. Now there's 5 lands. Now he can lift the Batterskull in response to a Grudge.
Yeah, like it's at least annoying for Kenny, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't like attacking with the Lingering Soul Token. I would have rather gangblocked the Lingering Soul Token and left the Squire. You know what I mean?
Once we fill these last 2 events, side events will be
Yeah.
closed. We thank you all for coming.
All right. So if you're just joining us, this is Kenny Castor against Shaheen Soorani. This is round 9 of the Legacy Open in Washington, D.C. I'm Michael J. Flores. I'm with Joy Pasco, and we are about to see a Batterskull hit the table.
Yeah, Stoneforge Mystic vials in the Batterskull.
We know that Kenny Castor is holding Ancient Grudge.
And so does Shaheen.
So does Shaheen Soorani, but he played in such a way that it will be very annoying for Kenny Castor. So he will respond to Ancient Grudge.
Yeah, this is during Shaheen's upkeep. He untaps and Grudge.
Pick up the...
Yeah, in response to Grudge, pick up the Batterskull.
So what that's going to do is make the Ancient Grudge miss, and and keep the Batterskull alive.
Yeah.
I think you should probably. Oh, there's a Delver of Secrets down.
There's a Delver of Secrets down, and Kenny did just ponder.
Oh, this is
So-
and Shaheen's quite low. Oh, he has a Sword of Plowshares. Opportune.
He's just going to go ahead and use that swords there. And Delver
okay.
removed from game.
Removed from game.
Sorry, exiled. Exiled.
I think
Exile
you
zone.
rumble with both because he's not going to use his Stoneforge Mystic this turn, is he?
No, because he can't lift
He
the
can't lift,
Batterskull, and
yeah.
it just gets grudged. Grudge will hit if he can't lift it.
Really? He's just going to expose that?
Interesting. He must want the Batterskull more. Is that, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, maybe he can. Also, might be able to counterspell. Oh yeah. So actually, that was an insane rip.
where did he draw?
He just ripped Spell Pierce.
Oh, okay.
He's going to equip the.
Jite with the
the
spirit
Jitte to the little guy.
to the spurt.
Swing with it. All right. So he's so.
Kenny wants to see if he can respond to the
pulling him
equip
back.
here.
Yeah.
So Kenny's board is Tropical Island, Volcanic Island. Untapped is just a lone Tropical Island. He also has a Tarmogoyf in play, which is fairly large this late in the game. We don't have the exact number at the moment. Shaheen's board is 6 lands, a Spirit token, a Stoneforge Mystic, and an Umezawa's Jite that is equipped to the Spirit token. Now,
Kenny's got
Kenny just-
obligated to Force of Will this. He's
Kenny goes
absolutely
ahead, yeah,
ruined if that hits him.
he's flashing back Ancient Grudge to kill the Umezawa's Jite. Shaheen has Spell Pierce, and now Kenny Castor using Force of Will to counter the Spell Pierce, removing Brainstorm. And it appears to have successfully dealt with the Umezawa's Jite. So,
1 point of damage, putting Kenny down to 16.
yep, and we know Shaheen has a Batterskull in hand.
And I'm not sure what's Kenny's last card. It's probably not as good as a Batterskull at instant speed.
Probably not. Tarmogoyf. We're going to find out exactly how big the Tarmogoyf is. And Batterskull comes into play and blocks the Tarmogoyf.
So
And Tarmo number 2, says Kenny Castor. Shaheen now at 11.
he's just going to equip the Batterskull, right?
Let's see.
Yeah,
Looks like it.
for you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it's 5 year, right? 5 year in the
5
sky.
now, yeah. So now Shaheen up to 16 life. And it's getting out of reach for Kenny Castor if it's not out of reach already.
So how big are these Tarmogoyfs?
Big enough to kill the germ, I think, the first time.
So at least 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're checking.
Yeah, so.
But Shaheen, all he cared about was gaining the 4 life, right?
Yeah, that's
and then
why
he had
yeah.
enough land to move the.
Move the Batterskull to the Spirit. So
Consider chumping.
we can
with
find
the-
out really. Yeah, I mean, you can.
Stoneforge isn't doing anything, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. At this point, I think. Unless he brought in Sword of Feast and Famine
I
and
don't think
expects to
he did.
draw it and vial it in. Or, search for it with a second Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, I think
I'm
he's
fine
just
with
going
a
to toss
chump.
that in front.
I don't disagree with you. I mean, it would be great to keep it around in case you need to protect the Batterskull again. But you might need to. They're 5/6.
Goiks are
Okay.
5/6.
So did he? He took 5 and chumped. So he went to 11. Now goes up to another 16 again. And now Kenny Castor should be down to 6.
Ancient
And
Grudge.
Ancient Grudge
Oh,
goes
a
into the
brutal
graveyard.
Thought Scour.
with a Thought Scour.
Sign of life for Kenny Castor.
Yeah, so he's going to swing with both Tarmogoyfs. I imagine before damage, a Grudge may.
No, I don't think so. I think Kenny's going to wait until Shaheen's next attack phase. Shaheen's not going to block here.
Yeah. I figured Shaheen saw the Ancient Grudge, maybe just decides.
Or he is going to block here. Okay.
Like, he's like, I'm going to have to lift that Batterskull.
Oh, he's just to gain the life and make it super annoying for Kenny?
Yeah, well, basically, he's giving. He's blocked, and yeah, I guess he gained the life. Gain 5, lose 5, I guess.
He's gonna
right there.
return it.
And now he's going to return it
But he doesn't have enough.
to play it and
To
save
play-
and protect
oh,
it.
well.
Yeah, he does.
Now he does.
Well, he's got a land, which he had in hand, right there, and he just drew Stoneforge. So
But he doesn't
can,
have enough to. Previously, before just drawing Stoneforge 1 second ago, he did not have enough to,
I thought, yeah,
to
you're,
play it. And these life setters, there's no way these are true.
I thought he had 7 lands, and then that was his 8th, but that was actually his 7th land. So Stoneforge Mystic comes down, Not sure if it's still on the stack or...
That was such a good thought scout.
Yeah, it was. And we're going to brainstorm here, says Kenny Castor. Draws 3 lands. Pretty sure it was Fetch, Fetch, Wasteland. Force of Will, removing Force of Will on the Stoneforge Mystic, and Stoneforge Mystic goes away. Shaheen says, go ahead. 2 Goyfs. Knock Shaheen to 6.
I would be very likely to crack that Flooded Strand before drawing my card. Very, very likely. And I
would have not
would
had
not have had that
would not
engineer
have drawn
explosives.
engineer explosives. You were just trying to increase the likelihood of him drawing non-land there?
Yeah.
That was okay.
But that's
So
about as
Shaheen-
good of a draw as he could possibly have.
Yeah. Shaheen goes ahead, draws and casts engineered explosives on 2 for whatever reason.
This is a wild game.
Yeah, it is. It's
such
like-
wild fluctuations and
It's
what's
crazy.
going on.
So there's still an Ancient Grudge in Kenny's graveyard. So Shaheen with a Batter Skull in hand.
And I mean, he's gonna make him do it,
Right,
obviously.
So they're engineered explosives, kills both Tarmogoyfs. Kenny
Thought
Castor with a
Scour.
Thought Scour.
Ponder.
Ponder
Life
Light
from the Loam. That's a goodie. I think he's gonna thaw it now. He's got a bunch of wastelands. Because if he rips up Shaheen's land base, he's never gonna be in a position that he can
Return Batter Skull.
return
and
Batter
protect
Skull.
it,
So I think he's just gonna Life from the Loam. So that's like another wild swing, right?
Yeah, pretty wild. Yeah, I mean, it's a little slow, but it might be fine.
You know what we haven't seen? Jace the Mind Sculptor.
We have not.
I think he's about to make an appearance.
Yeah?
Yep,
That was Polluted Delta.
I was wrong. Like, Shaheen's never gonna be. He's never gonna be a spot. Like he's gonna get loamed, right?
Polluted Delta, better than all. Polluted Delta.
I mean,
better
unless Kenny decks. I mean, they have
Polluted
3 minutes.
Delta.
Players, this is a last call for our side events this weekend. I repeat, this is a last call for side events. We only need 4 more people for a $10 draft.
I mean, like Kenny's advantage here is
Yeah.
starting to get massive. Like
Waste,
those stacklands don't
waste.
do anything.
The standard winner box. If you want to get in our standard winner box,
Like he needs Jace.
He's going to crack 1 fetch.
Like he needs
Goes to
basic
5.
lands and he needs Jace the Mind Sculptor. I don't know how else he's gonna win, right? He
True.
can't Ancient Grudge out his Batter Skull anymore. I mean, he
He
can't
can't protect his
play
Batter
or
Skull from
protect his
Ancient
Batter
Grudge.
Skull from Ancient Grudge. He's never gonna have enough land. So either they're gonna run out of time and go to a draw, or he's gonna be able to beat him and he has to beat him with like a haymaker because he doesn't have very much time. I think it's Jace. Got to be Jace.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Mind Sculptor. Pay.
Now,
He can-
what does Kenny have in his hand?
I mean, I don't know. Like Kenny has no respect. I think
Kenny
Shaheen-
knows Shaheen has only Batter Skull in hand, because I don't think there's been any brainstorm action yet. Now there is, off of Jace. So he's Intuition, Jace, and a land.
Wow. So
He can
Shaheen's gonna get
intuition
intuition.
for,
He's gonna get rid of the Batter Skull. It's worthless. He's gonna intuition for souls.
Plays a land, says go. And waste away.
Respond?
your-
No response.
Did he
You don't
say
have a-
tap it for mana? No, he could have. He could have
You don't
intuition
have
there,
an
but
unlimited amount of land. Main phase. Force of Will.
intuition, Force of Will gets it.
I mean, he has 2 minutes to go. You better start Fate Sealing.
Yeah, I kind of think he might need to start doing that too.
I mean,
So
I don't
here's
know.
a fetch.
Do you think he's gonna Trish win? He doesn't have time.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, have
Like-
we seen? How many Lingering Souls have we seen so far?
None. You think you just draw into them? All right.
That's what I'm wondering about. Have we not seen Lingering Souls?
I mean, yeah, like I said a minute ago, like I think that we haven't seen Jace yet.
We
I think
had
he's
to
gonna
have seen
find
Lingering
Jace.
Souls. Didn't he have a? Yeah, the Spirit token had a Batter Skull.
Oh, you're right. We must have seen at least one.
I thought we've seen one full Lingering Souls, if not. So here he's brainstorming here. He got that Batter Skull back, or still has it, I guess, from before. No, that's right. He drew it off. He drew it that turn. Never mind. Now he's putting it back. I think.
I don't think Shaheen knows how much time he has left.
Well, there was just an announcement about time in the round. He should have been at least aware of that.
It's a minute. Go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they still have a little bit more time, but not that much.
There's 47 seconds on there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Shaheen should be aware that it's almost the end of the round, considering time was just called for the rest of the room.
Kenny should keep Lightning Bolt and kill Jace the Mind Sculptor.
So brainstorm from Kenny.
I think it's likely in this position that Shaheen would eventually end up winning the game if they were to play out through libraries, because
Wasteland from Kenny takes out a Tundra, I believe.
Bolt Jace, yeah.
Bolt Jace the Mind Sculptor. All right.
There's another Jace somewhere, right? Like, didn't he see one?
Yeah, but I think he shuffled it away.
Shuffled it away.
Yeah.
So we know the top cards of his library are like Terminus and stuff, right? Batter Skull.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, turn 0.
And that might not be perfectly accurate, but
he should sack. His top
we
of his
can find
library
out.
is
Is
very
this
bad.
turn 0? We're gonna find out.
Well, I mean, it's actually be turn 1 because Shaheen's untapped. Right? Look at his board.
Whose turn? Oh well, I mean,
Shaheen is untapped. This should be turn 1.
they'll tell us which. Because I know you're looking at the seconds, but it might not be accurate to the seconds.
Players in $10 draft number 15. That's the last $10 draft of the weekend.
So the table judge has the actual clock of their extension. You know, it could have ended.
I think Shaheen had to fate seal at least once. It's too dangerous. Kenny has lightning bolts and red blasts. Like,
there's a Lingering Souls off the top for Shaheen. Checking out his mana here. All right, let me make sure I have enough to
it's got to be all 4,
back.
right?
There it is, Kenny Castor. I think. Wait.
He knows what's on top of his deck from Brainstorm.
Right, but he had a Spell Pierce in his hand, right? So was he just figuring I lose to 2 tokens, even though?
Didn't he force a will with the Spell Pierce the previous turn?
Oh, I thought I saw him show a Spell Pierce. I saw Shaheen. He scooped the Lingering Souls. Okay. So maybe Kenny Castor is kind of seeing it the way you were, where it's like it looks like Shaheen wins. I already know.
It looked to me like
what's on
Shaheen
top.
was going to win.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
If they gave sufficient time.
Yeah,
but
I thought that Spell Pierce that I saw at the end, I don't know where that was from. I thought it was from Kenny's hand, and I thought he was saying, "All right, Shaheen, pay 2 for the Lingering Souls," which was going to give him 2 tokens, so that might have been enough anyway. You know, but it looked like Shaheen was trying to cast it and flash it back.